All right, what's going on, everybody? How are we on this beautiful, beautiful Saturday? Let's wait just a moment for everyone to be able to come in. I need to get my notes set up. There we go. All right, so we have one that has been asked of me a few separate times now, but finally I'll kind of get around to doing it. Atharva, hello, how are you? We are back. We are back live streaming. W, hey, thanks for stopping in. How's school going? How is school going? Jay, the honeymoon should be sometime next year. We're gonna have a big honeymoon, so yeah, we're planning that for next year. Got the cam working for now. Don't jinx it, W. Don't jinx it. We got a good thing going here. Nobody talk about the camera. Even if it freezes, we're just gonna keep on pushing on today. Okay. We'll see. It's a little bit of a fickle thing because it seems like just whenever my laptop just gets overwhelmed, that's what the first thing it does is it freezes my camera. So it's working for now. It's worked in the past for minutes, and then it's let me down right when I thought I could count on it most. So we'll find out. There we go. So yeah, a little bit about the stream today. Basically, it's going to be kind of a guide or a slower paced tutorial. I'm going to be posting something about it. As far as just a lot of guides I see out there just make you go through, scallots for 5-6 hours, and you pick up all the plants and you do this and you do that, which is fine, but you just don't really have to do that. There's going to be so much better opportunities as soon as you get the Ratai to be able to, either level or grind or do whatever it is that you need to do. And I wanted to show that it's possible to do in hardcore mode with our nine negative listen to me go. In hardcore mode with all 9 negative perks, and you can still get great gear, starting stats, all in under 2 hours. So I've got the timer up. Kiwipara, what's going on? Hey, how are you? The tests are a lot. Yeah, they definitely can be. They definitely can be. I don't miss those days, W. I really don't. But yeah, so essentially that's what it is. It's gonna be, I'm gonna be explaining as I go. So for anyone watching, on the VOD, that I post up, welcome in. And yeah, I'll try to explain as I go. Anyone that has any questions along the way or anything, feel free to ask, and I'll try to, answer it as quick as I can. Tharva, you like the beard? Yeah, that's when I take some time off of work, I can kind of grow the beard out. Unfortunately, usually, I do not have the chance to grow out the beard. My work does not allow it. We can go ahead and overwrite, and yes, we're gonna go hardcore mode. Let me hit that, and then on top of that, get my stream deck here going. Okay. Got all the elements all set up. Alrighty. So, all 9 negatives, right? I do need to also... Don't like that damn cursor on my... Shit, there we go. Hiteos, welcome! We are just about to begin. And bam. Timer is started. We got 2 hours. So, first thing we're going to do, we're going to pick speech both times with mother. And then we're going to go ahead and pick My Friends Aren't Drunks option, because that's going to give us an extra dialogue option with her and an extra one with Father a little bit later on. Also, going through here is going to level more speech. Now, the reason I like to do speech both times at the very beginning is because speech is going to be one of those that's the hardest to level. You know, the rest of them you can kind of grind for. Speech tends to be the one that kind of goes the slowest. So you can really get yourself a little bit ahead by doing speech both times. Now, from here, we're going to come out here, and we're not going to pick all of the flowers in Skalitz. All we really need to do is pick about 100 nettles. Not only is that going to level up our herbalism, but it's also going to give us that +2 to vitality resistance perk, and we're going to be able to see that in our herbalism skill tree as soon as we pick 100 nettles. And I'll kind of show you guys how we can go ahead and do that. This doesn't take very long, and obviously this being in hardcore mode, we are learning skills much slower. So I will probably pick up, like, you know, all these that I run across that aren't nettles. I'll probably pick these up in hardcore mode. It's worth doing because I also like to at least leave with level 5. You know, you don't need to level it all the way up to 15. You don't need to spend the 2 hours, you know, leveling herbalism that much. There's going to be more opportunities, but you do, if you can, want to at least get it to level 5. Just because then you're going to be able to pick up larger clusters of it. And it also gives you the flower power perk, which gives you +2 charisma, which early in the game, when you know, you don't have a lot of nice noble clothing, it does definitely help. Are we gonna... the speedrunning side effects? Not so much speedrunning. Like, we're doing this, it's just we're doing it efficiently. Hey, Strike Gaming Guides, what's going on? How are you, man? Thanks for stopping in, buddy. So far, so good. Are we gonna bully Zbyszek for 5 hours? Hopefully not. We'll definitely bully him, just not for 5 hours. You know, I can't help myself when it comes to bullying Zbyszek. That's just kind of comes with the landscape. All right, now once we get down here, this is gonna help us level a little bit of stealth. So we saw the guard, right? He will patrol up here sometimes, all the way up there, and then the other person that can come up here is Henry's mother. The guard is walking down, Henry's mother nowhere in sight, so we're gonna take this guy out real quick, real easy. You're never gonna fail this because, you know, I don't have any strength right now, and he put up no resistance, so we're gonna go ahead and get him out. Just take him around the corner here, that way, you know, people aren't super upset by this, and we're gonna take all his stuff, right? A little bit of stealth XP, a little bit of extra loot, and now we're going to come out here. We still haven't talked to Father. We're going to run all the way down to the end, to the front gate of Skalitz, essentially. And we're just going to keep on picking up some more nettles. We're going to go, like I said, till we get about level 5 in herbalism, which doesn't take very long. It really doesn't. They're super dense right here. And there's also a bunch of dandelions. So as we just kind of pick all these up, and we're gonna make our way over to the right, and we're gonna go around this big building, kind of towards that cow pasture, where a lot of people like, you know, punching the cows and doing all that stuff. We're just gonna essentially circle this building, just picking up all the nettles, right? Doesn't take very long. It's not very hard. There's another herbalism. I bet you before we make a full rotation, I'm gonna have my level 5, and we can move on with the next part. It's just, this is actually doing something beneficial for us rather than just a little bit of money, because we're actually building certain skills, such as vitality and stuff. There's a mod for, yes, there is. If you go on Nexus, you'll find it. In fact, at the end of the stream, I typically do it. I totally forgot to link all the mods that I'm using. But yeah, if you come back to the VOD after I'm done streaming, I'll post all the mods that I use with descriptions down below. That way, yes, if you don't want the animation for picking these, you don't have to actually have them. Okay, I think we should be just about there. You know, hardcore just takes so long to level everything. Maybe as soon as we get a couple of these. Bam, bam. There it is. Okay, so did a couple things for us. Here we go. Flower power. +2 charisma bonus in as far as if we have herbs in our inventory. The magic number of herbs you need to have is 30. If you have 30 or more, you get +2 charisma. So we're going to go ahead and take it, and there's the resistance. So +2 permanent increase to your vitality. You can track how far away you are from doing it. If you go to craft, and you need poisonous herbs collected. If that's 100 or higher, you're gonna have that. Perk. So as we can see in player, right, stats, vitality, we've got +2. Also, if we look in the bottom right, there's vitality of 3. And then we've also got charisma +2, and if we look in the bottom right, we got a charisma of 9. We are good as far as picking flowers. We can pick up a few more since they're on the way, but as far as what we need, we're completely done. That's it. That took, 7 minutes, if that, as opposed to about 2.5 hours if you were to pick everything, but we got all we need. The leg day perk we can get later. There's a much easier way of leveling strength and much faster. So we're all done here. I'm going to go ahead and sell it. You're more than welcome to hold on to these. But nettles are so abundant, you really don't need to. They're not going to serve you a whole lot of purpose except weighing you down. Some of the rare ones I'll probably hold on to, like mint, sage, the ones that are harder to find. But as far as dandelions and nettles, we're going to have about 1,000 outside of Peshex. We don't need them. Alright, now we're going to go up to Father. Let me try to catch up with chat. You're going to try a 100% run. So I am actually in the middle, offline, of that exactly, W. So be on the lookout for not only the heavily edited, but also the episodes for a 100%. Okay, so because we picked both the speech options at the beginning with Father, we can go ahead and do the speech check option, and we're going to actually be able to pass it. It gives us more speech XP. We can skip through all this, listen to it if you want, and we are not going to go up for the crossguard just yet. Reason for that, we're going to have a couple extra speech options if we don't. First things first, let's go and speak to Kunesh. Bam. We can go ahead and skip through all of his stuff. Now, I always say to try to be nice, and you want to make sure that you actually don't win this exchange, because then it's going to lock you out of getting the lockpick. So if you actually beat him in a fight, you're not going to be able to get the lockpick. So if you pass the speed check, not only do you get a little bit of rep, but you still have the option of going in here, going into his main room, you look at his chest,
a locked chest,
and then you go to Fritz. And I totally forgot to get the combat master moving, but we can do that on the way over to the tavern.
Have you? Yeah.
There we go. 100% achievements. Yeah, no, 100% achievements all in one run. That's my run. So we can go ahead and ask the friends for help, and now talk to Fritz. This is what's going to be what gets you your lockpicks, okay? Now let them kind of go off and do their thing. We can speak to Bianca. Before too long. There we go. And we want to make sure that we don't pick a picture for Father. If we get the picture for Father right now, he's going to fail us on that quest. So instead, we're going to go to the bottom, ask about Matthias, Deutsch about saying stupid stuff, and we're not getting the picture for father. Exit out and head upstairs in the tavern. We're going to go up here, bam, bam, through this door, and in here. Now, lockpicking. This is probably the comment I've gotten the most about is with lockpicking. So if you're struggling on a console, you can go in here and simplified lockpicking. You can go simplified or original. Go with simplified. It's going to make it a lot more like PC users, right? So you just have to hold it and, you know, push one button and it goes. I'm keeping mine on original. But if you are still struggling, right? Open the lockpicking menu. See how it's not an ideal position? It's kind of, it's going to be somewhere out here, right? Exit out and try again. Right now, we don't have any incentive to try and go. And see how it's nice and close here, right? We just barely got to track it around the center. So this is a good position, right? Even though we have no skills, it's still fairly easy to get that chest open. Just because we're not having to trace it. See, this one's a bad one. So we're going to exit out. Go back in. I still don't like that one. We'll try it again. Nope. And we're just going to keep on going until you get it in a position you like. I honestly, I prefer it right here or right here. I don't really like starting at the bottom. I don't know why. It's just not preferable. Especially in hardcore mode, when you got the shakes debuff. That makes it even 10 times harder. And on original with a controller, I pretty much got everything working against me. But see, with just a little bit of patience. See, I like that. A little bit of patience. Just pick 2 of them with 0 skill. No problem. Right? And because no one ever comes up here, we can do that for an hour if we like. There's no risk of us getting caught. So why not, you know, preserve your lockpicks? We're only going to have 4 here. We're not going to get the chance to get any more in Scallots, so try to preserve them as much as you can. A lot of people tell you make sure to save before you do it. I don't bother saving. It's just wait for your opportunity. Don't try to bully it. Don't try to force it, right? Stay patient. And wait. See? Bam. Love that position. Done. On to the next one. And come on. I don't like that one, but no risk of us getting caught, so we're just going to keep on going. Jay, so one playthrough, but I am allowed to reload. I'm allowed to load prior saves. It's not a permadeath one, so I still think it's a lot of fun, and it is difficult, you know, because you can easily lock yourself out of getting, you know, extras. Yeah, we can get the extra saber snaps right now. I mean, we don't really need them. I mean, so far we haven't broken a single lock. As long as you are careful, like I said, don't just try to bully it the first position you get. You saw all those chests with not really much downside. So let's get Bianca.
Greeting.
And still don't ask for the picture for father? I do, Atharva. I do have the infinite save mod, but so far haven't needed it. And I like selling all the perishable food here. Keep all the alcohol. We can use that later to level our alcohol skill. But the perishable food is just going to spoil before you kind of get the chance to come back here again. So I find it's not really worth holding on to. Plus, it'll give you an extra couple groschen. Plus, you don't got to carry the shit around. So it's just better off to go ahead and sell it. You know, she's going to give you a absolutely terrible price for it, but that's okay. You know, we don't got to carry it around. And I still forgot to get... Oh, no. I did talk to the combat master, didn't I? There we go. Let's head to the combat master. I'll show you what we got to do here. I just want to grab some sage along the way. Here he is. All right.
So,
everything normal here. We're going to go ahead and start. Do everything like what we normally would do.
very well. Let's start with the basics.
Right.
Keep moving.
Do circles
Your life
around him.
depends on it.
There we go. Can't hit what you can't see, right?
All right. Now try to hit me. You have to put your weight into your attack. If you just fiddle around, you'll get nowhere. Try slashing from different sides. Unpredictability is the key.
How come Henry looks like a nanny? It's because he doesn't look like a nanny. He looks like Little Red Riding Hood.
Good.
I have that. I have the hoods up mod also on. And the thing is, all the other hoods look fucking cool. Like the black hood and everything, it looks so awesome with this mod. The only problem is, every single time we start the game and he's got that stupid red scarf, that looks terrible. It looks terrible with this mod.
But if you chain your strikes, I'll have a much
But
harder
if we end
time.
up getting a
As
black
soon
hood
as
at
you
any
land
point,
one
you'll
blow,
see it
follow
actually
it with
looks pretty
another.
badass. The only downside is you start up the game and you see he looks like a fucking tool bag. Yeah, not the greatest first impression of the mod, but I promise you it's worth holding on to throughout the playthrough. So what I'm doing here, right, especially for those in hardcore mode with the numbskull perk, we're gonna need sword XP, and this is a way we can do it legally and early. So instead of doing the chain strikes, we're actually doing them one at a time with about a 1 second delay in between each strike. We can not endlessly. So this lasts almost exactly 3 minutes. I forgot to look at my timer up in the top right for when we started, but for anyone that goes back, I bet you it was something like, what, 16 minutes and 30 seconds? I'll be willing to bet you at 19:30, almost on the dot, is when he's going to stop the training. Right, so it lasts exactly 3 minutes from the time he tells you to do it till the end, and we are going to continue to do this. So we got a sword skill. The ultimate goal where we want our sword, doesn't matter for the other skills, but we need our sword to be at level 3 at a certain point throughout this, which is with Captain Bernard. This is going to be the fastest legal way to do it. I guess if you want, you could try to choke someone out and, you know, get hold of a sword and go kill some sheep. This is just faster. It's not only given to you, you have the opportunity to do this by the time you're, you know, looking for a guard or a civilian to try to get a sword from. And it has to specifically be sword. It can't be axe or mace, and I'll show you why once we get to that part. But just keep that in the back of your mind. You need to get sword to level 3 very soon. So the more stuff you can do to get it there, the better. Yeah, you can unequip the scarf. I haven't yet, but we probably will. It's just even if you unequip the scarf right at the very start, like that very opening scene, you still have the scarf in, so you still have to see it at some point. Yeah. Should be exactly about 1930. Like I said, I should have been better off about seeing exactly when it started, but watch. 3 minutes exactly if you go back in this VOD. Oh, look at that. So I said what? About 1630? It was 1920. So maybe it was 1620. But it's almost 3 minutes exactly. And what that did for us, again, strength, agility, but most importantly, we are almost at sword level 2. That is huge, especially in hardcore mode. That is going to play big time. Okay, so we're going to come straight from the Combat Master right here to the Deutsch's house. Now, the reason we're doing the Deutsch's house right now is because later, if we already throw the shit with him, with our friends, He and his son are going to be patrolling through here, doing all their chores and everything. It's going to make it a pain in the ass to break into his house. That one is easy. Thank you. So we want to get this done before throwing the shit. There's going to be 2 chests in here. Both of them are going to be easy and 1 door. So here's the first easy chest. Be careful here. Sometimes people tend to see you through this window. So just crouch down. So see how I'm crouched down? It should help not get you detected. That one's iffy, but I'll go for it. There we go. So we got the groschen there. Now we go across. Come here. Another easy door. Don't like it. We back out. Don't like it either. Love it. Easy. Right? It's just knowing the game mechanics. Knowing where the game can help you. Love it. Right? You know, we don't need to save scum here. Just be patient. Get the locks open. And move on. That's it. Now, we can go and throw some shit. Let's go.
Welcome, Henry.
So we do.
Bam. And let's get the Deutsch's wife away. There we are. YouTube ads are getting wild. Why? What are they showing you? They showing you like crazy shit or what? I have no control over them. I have no control over what they show you. So if they're throwing you some wild off the wall shit, then I've got no say in that, so I'm sorry. Now, these guys are generally pretty easy. Literally, you can just spam your way through them. Like, they are complete and utter ass. Right? And this is also giving us a little bit of extra unarmed, a little bit of extra strength. Oh, and we did take a little bit of a hit, but if you do take damage, it's okay. I'll show you. I'll show you somewhere you can heal up in just a little bit. So we're gonna go around. It's gonna take the guys a minute to get over to Kunesh's. Right? It's not gonna be right away. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use this opportunity to run back to the house. Show ya. We're gonna go around to avoid the catch pole, but we're gonna go back to the house. We're not only going to pick up the cross guard while we're there, we're also gonna take advantage of another chest. Yeah, I told you, we're always gonna take the opportunity to bully Zbyszek. Maybe not for 5 hours, but every chance I get to beat the hell out of Zbyszek, you best believe I'm gonna take it. I'm back? Yes, I'm back. Okay. So, up here to the house, right? This guy should be fully clothed again. No guard. No mother. He goes night-night for a second time. Right? Again, more stealth, more loot. Easy. Right? He's never going to resist you, so why not? It's free, easy XP and money. Never say no to that. There we are. Slightly overburdened, that's fine. We're about to head over to the house and fix all this. Now, the reason I suggest getting the crossguard right here is you get 2 extra dialogue options if you've spoken to Kunesh but haven't finished it, and if you've been to the tavern and heard Deutsch speaking ill about the king.
I'll be with you. I'm with you, Henry. How are you?
Right? So, not only do we have the I came for the crossguard, we've got the Laos Kunesh owes us money. Yeah, my favorite loot pinata as well, Strat. Yeah, that guy usually in like a normal playthrough where I'm not trying to get through something expediently. Oh man, I'll stay here and I'll probably choke him out like 8 or 9 different times. That guy, and like a joke I've made before, that's probably not even the worst part of his day. If you know what's coming, that's actually a highlight of his day. He just goes and takes a nap, you know? Alright, so we are right back at the house. We can also grab something else to eat Does look like we've dipped below 50% starvation. But where we're going, luckily, has one of my favorite foods in the game. It's up there with bread, and that's cabbage. That's because it gives us 60 nourishment, but we don't lose any energy. It's kind of slept on, cabbage. You know, it's low-key kind of overpowered because you can eat as much of it as you want. It fills you up nicely. And you don't lose energy when you eat it like some of the meats here. Okay, easy chess here, same as before. Take your time. Mother never goes in here. So we've got all the time in the world to pick this. We don't got to rush. Right. Bam. We got the groschen. We've got a book on strength, which we can't use now, but we'll be able to use later. And we can go ahead and throw all the excess stuff in here. We'll be able to count it all up later. Not concerned with it right now. And we can also go ahead, grab the nails for Teresa. We can grab the bandages if we want. Not a big deal. I like leaving all the rest of that stuff. And now let's head out and go to our friends that are waiting for us over at Kunish's. Trait concerning eating cabbages. It make you flatulent. I don't know. That would be kind of... Maybe if you just lose charisma. It doesn't have to be that it makes you flatulent, but... -2 charisma for, you know, stinking or something.
Well, we saw... True. Good.
Let's see. I need help with Kunesh. And... once again, much like Zbyszek, I will never pass up the opportunity to beat the shit out of Kunish, so we're gonna go ahead and do that again. Those are my my favorite two that I just can't pass up.
Whip to you or call a catch pole? Just try it, you old drunk.
Here he comes. Yeah. Look at this. Yeah. You didn't realize this was Henry Tyson over here, did you? Beat the ever-living shit out of him. Oh my god, did we kill him? Well, that wasn't supposed to happen. Well, this makes this next part even easier, right? We're going to walk into the house. And so you have the option to unlock this with the chest, or you can lockpick it. I'm personally going to lockpick it for the extra XP, but if you've lost a couple of, you know, lockpicks at this point, we are going to need some in Townburg, so just play it safe and unlock it with the key. But we can take all of his stuff. After we've killed Kunish, which I did not think was possible. Oh, there he goes. Oh, my goodness. I thought he was in that, like, mercy kill state. I thought we legitimately killed him. I'm like, well... don't do that. Yeah, see? This guy looks kind of cool with, like, the blue scarf. It's just the red one. He looks so fucking dorky. God, what a nerd. Right? We're gonna run straight into the back room, all the way upstairs. And there are 3 chests up here. 1 that's gonna be hard, and 2 that are easy. I like to start with the ones that are easy. You know, build up my confidence. Just a little bit. And my FPS always drops to fucking nothing when I'm here, so this is a little bit painful. But, so this one, the hard one. This will give us the option to unlock it, but the problem is going to be, it's pretty much going to break the first time we leave anything but perfect, right? I kind of like that position, so we're going to go. Yeah, see, but the second you're not absolutely perfect in your positioning, it's going to break. But it is doable, right? So we lost 1, but that's fine. If you're in normal mode and not in hardcore mode like me, it should be, if you've picked everything up to this point, you'll pick up a lockpicking perk right here as you unlock that one. You're going to want to get lasting lockpicks. It's going to make lockpicks a lot more durable, and it's going to make lockpicking a lot easier. That should be the very first perk that you select in that lockpicking tree, is lasting lockpicks, right? I don't have it yet, but we should get it sometime in Townburg. Let's see. One more chest to do here. And we can start to make our way out of Skalitz, right? And we're at about the 30-minute mark, but I've kind of also been going a little bit slow and explaining as I go, so I'm not really, you know, we might not get it just under 2 hours in the live stream, but you guys will see in the edited video that I put out, we definitely get it in under 2 hours, and the skills are probably going to be even higher simply because I do that one in normal mode. I know most people play in normal mode, so I figured I'd give you an accurate representation of what you can expect. We're back here with Bianca. I'm once again going to sell off all of the perishable goods. Just not really worth holding on to. All it's going to do is spoil and lose its value. Hair meat as well. Onions. Don't really need to be too precise here. It doesn't really matter. But it's extra gold, so why not, you know? Well, you can. And each time we haggle, we also get a little bit of speech, so we're going to go ahead and do that. Now we can go ahead and grab the pitcher.
Take care. Here you are.
And now we get those extra 5, what Hiteos was saying earlier, we got those extra 5 savior snobs. So let's head on back. Drop all the stuff off, and I'll show you what the next part is. Now, also, after we picked that big chest, as you notice, we got 20 charcoal right there. So we don't need to talk to this guy anymore about getting the charcoal for father. We already got it from that chest. So we are completely set as far as all the stuff that we need. What mod is that gives you the hoods? I believe it's called literally like hoods up. In Nexus, the words, or the letters U and P are capital, I believe. Like I said, as soon as I'm done, I'll go ahead and put in the description the links and what the mods are called that I'm playing with. But yeah, it should be called Hoods Up in Nexus. Yeah, I've always wondered that, you know, how you give 0.2 of a groschen, especially since they're coins. I don't know. I don't have a good answer for you. Okay. Once again, all the extras we throw in here. Don't need any of them. Now, make sure not to take all the charcoal or drop off all the charcoal. We do need at least 10 for father. Okay. And the lockpicks. We got to make sure we hold on to the lockpicks. And I think... yeah, that's it. Okay. If you took damage at any point, now is your chance. We're going to go ahead and talk to Mother.
There you are, Henry.
There we go. Got, oh, hang on, wait. Did she not fucking heal me? Hey, Mom. We're hurting here.
Ma?
There it is. Don't know what that was all about. She just didn't want to do it. There we go. All right, so now we're nice and healed. Let's head on to father. And we've got one last thing to do here in... okay. If we pick the My Friends Aren't Drunk at the start, we get this extra dialogue. That's what it takes to get the extra dialogue with father, is what did you do in Kutenberg? So it's kind of cool, but you know, get a little bit of extra dialogue, and then we can go ahead and start forging.
Right.
Bam. Teresa's here. We're not going to speak to her just yet. We're going to save. Because we've got one final thing to do here in Skalitz. And that is going to be, we are going to take out the bailiff, right? So it sounds like it's hard, but it really isn't that bad. Only because if you do it right and you plan it right, it's generally going to be fairly straightforward. So the only stuff you really have to watch out for is that guy that likes to patrol up into the castle and this one here. But essentially what a route is going to be, right? So here's the tavern. the bailiff is going to sit right about here. As soon as we choke him out, we're going to take his stuff, going to run out the backside here, hop this fence, go straight to the wall, go in, go through the archway, and go back home. It's fairly easy to do. You just got to make sure that your pathway is clear. So see how this guy is going to be in the way as we go. However, if we choke him out, he's most likely going to run that way. So this is actually okay. It's mainly that guy that goes up top, who I don't see. Oh, no. See, I do see him. Here he's coming down. So we're just going to wait a few seconds, wait for him to be fully down on his patrol. Because had we done it sooner, he would have been directly in our way. And actually, that's the catch bowl too. So that is fine. Why not take out the hat guy again? I mean, we can. It wasn't really much point to it. We've gotten all of his stuff and we've gotten everything we needed out of him. You're more than welcome to. If he just happens to be there, you're more than welcome to. I'm just trying to get this. Okay, so the bailiff is going to be this one. The one in all the red. And you're going to hear all hell break loose the second we choke him out. People are going to go fucking crazy. But he's got so much good stuff in here. I'm going to take it and we'll go through it later. Now, out the backside. Right? No guards. No guards. We are good. And then up. Don't go into the main part of the town. Hop the fence. Go straight to the wall. Bam. And now we go. No guards. And we go straight to the house. So, fairly easy. I mean, like I said, as long as you make sure that your pathway is clear, it's not that difficult. If you just try to hope for the best, you're probably going to run into a guard. So, from that, we got the captain's mace and an axe. We got the decorated arming doublet, decorated riding shoes, and the red noble's hood. So, just this stuff alone is 1,500, right? But we're going to go ahead and throw it into our chest. And now we can speak to Teresa.
Henry, are you alright?
Yeah, you cheesed it.
Here are those.
There we go. So we're out of Skalitz in just over 30 minutes, right? Let's go ahead and make our way onto Townburg, and I'll show you kind of what we need to do there. Townburg is even more significant as far as getting us started off well, as far as where we need to go and what we need to loot. But we're off to a decent start. We've got some good skills, some expensive clothing, maybe not so much in the way of armor, but that won't be a problem here shortly.
You pigs! Don't touch me, or I'll kill you! Go to hell, you Tatar beast!
There we go. So we get to the bottom of the hill. We've got that one in blue. We've got that regular one. We want this one in green, right? So what we're going to do, whistle. That'll save Teresa. We're going to mount this one in green, and do not open the inventory right now. You open the inventory right now, it won't be there, right? So I'll show you what I mean, right? Sidekick tack, it's not in there. You have to make sure you go all the way through the cutscene before that saddle appears in this horse, right? So now that we're through the cutscene, Henry's been shot. He's bleeding and everything. Now we can go in, sidekick tack, there is the noble saddle. So we're going to put the noble saddle along with both the plain bridles. The plain saddle with the saddlebags, 35 pounds for 121 groschen is just terrible. So I don't recommend doing that one. If you want it, you can have it. But there we go in our armor. We got both plain bridles and the noble saddle. I like going over here. Gets us away from the Cumans. And we can make our way like we normally would to Townburg. Now that we have the saddle and the plain bridles, just do as you normally would. I can catch back up with chat here. D Silverwang, hey, thanks for stopping in, buddy. How you doing? Good to see you again. Atharva made 20k? Made 20k doing what?
Yeah.
In Skalitz, you mean?
Flee to Talmberg.
Biting off pieces of groschen W, that's just ridiculous. I don't know, maybe they just had like groschen pieces almost, you know, they had like the minted coins, but then they also just had like, I don't know, like nuggets of groschen that they would exchange. That could be the point one. I don't really know how that goes. I'm the king. I think we are gonna have hoods in KCD too, because I know that they made a big deal that the visors and stuff are gonna be able to be, you know, flipped up and flipped down. And a few of the scenes we see Henry wearing a black hood, kind of like a thief. So I'd imagine that we are going to, and we might even have the option, much like the visor, with a button to flip them up and flip them down. So kind of like Assassin's Creed, you know, you can flip your hood up and that makes you more anonymous. I don't know if it's going to have any sort of qualities like that, but I know at least with the visor, so I can't imagine it's going to be hard to just implement hoods to be able to get put up and put down.
You've done well.
All right. They divide groschen like a pizza. Yeah, like Assassin's Creed. Yeah. Like I said, I don't know if it's going to have the same properties, you know, in Assassin's Creed, when you put the hood up, you get, you know, extra stealth or whatever. I'm just saying, as far as having the ability to have it up and down, and you can switch that with a button, I'd imagine it's going to be much the same as that. So, I'm going to go ahead and take all the food here. Yes, I have played Ghost of Tsushima, and I do love it. I love that game. Alright, got all the food. Will I get early access to what? To the next KCD or another game? Right now, we're just waiting for Stephanie to wake us up, and we are going to go ahead and take all of her dialogue. Okay, so tell the story of the raid. Right. KCD 2, I fucking hope so. I really hope so. I don't think that's going to be up to me, but... Somehow... Did... Y'all saw me pick all 9 negative perks, huh? Did I miss one?
Henry, wake up.
Hold on a second. Nightmares. How the hell did I not get the nightmares debuff? I just slept. That's strange. Okay. I mean, I'm not gonna complain. I just thought I might have fucked up. Outside, Jess, what is going on? Good to see you. We are not speedrunning today. We're mostly... Think of this more just efficiently doing the intro. Like, yes, I have a timer on there, but I'm just showing that you can get through the intro with a bunch of good stuff, and you don't have to spend 15 hours trying to, you know, do... you know, herbalism and Skalitz. Like, you can do this in a reasonable amount of time and still have a great, decent start. So as soon as this guy's out, take everything, right? There's not going to be anything in here, so we don't have to stick around. We can just go ahead and head out. That was the only thing we needed out of that guard tower. Yeah, that's true enough, Hiteos. Yeah, maybe get some sort of minor perk for it. I think that would work well. Get to save custom. So I don't know if we'll be able to store it on the horse, but I know we will have like a weapon or customization wheel where we can equip different outfits and we can switch to them in the touch of a button. I don't know if we're going to be able to just put it on our horse as that same outfit. So soon as I know, I'll definitely let you know, but there we go. With Lady Stephanie. And then we get all this stuff out of here as well. So she shouldn't wake up because we're allowed to be in here. You see, we don't have the trespassing sign. So no one should wake up. That one we only unlock for the XP. This is only going to have a torch in there. I don't need that torch. Right, so we're just going to unlock that for the XP, and then we're going to head across the castle, and we're going to go upstairs of that next guard tower. Henry's slow walking his way, yeah. He's moving just as fast as his little legs can take him. There will be presets, yep. Yep. You could see it when he was switching to, you know, if you look at that gameplay, that showcase, you know, click of a button and he was able to get all of his other gear off and just go straight into his stealth gear, so that'll be kind of cool. Oh, come on, you. See, sometimes they're a bit of a pain, but just gotta be patient. Yeah, that's all. That's all it comes down to. Let's go. Come on. Running out of patience. I'm about to bully this thing. There it is. And there's our lockpicking perk. So immediately, the second you get level 3, lasting lockpicks. All day. One of the best, outside of, and here's the thing, here's how good that one is. It's one of the best ones in lockpicking, and it's not even the best, because the best is definitely Luck of the Drunk. Luck of the Drunk is an S tier perk, no matter which skill tree you're looking at. Luck of the Drunk should be on every single playthrough if you even look at a lockpicking, you know, skill tree. Luck of the Drunk should be top of that, so. The guards are wondering why Henry's hauling a saddle around. The guards are wondering a whole lot of stuff, right? But they're not around to stop us, but we have got ridiculous amounts of gear on us right now. All of which with Townburg crests and logos. So the guards are clearly, look at that. Look at that. Now we've just got like a hidden, you know, sack of loot with a bunch of shields and a bunch of villager ash bows, all with Townburg crests. And they're like, hey, where'd you get that? Like, back in Skalitz. They're none the wiser, okay? And he just packs everything into his underwear. I don't know if he's got room in his underwear. I don't know if you know this. Henry's a bit of a player. That thing's a fucking python. He doesn't have room to be hauling stolen goods in the pants. He puts it in his prison wallet. And if you don't know what a prison wallet is, don't look it up. I don't advise it. Alright, so we are severely overburdened, right? But we're not going to be for very long, so it's okay. I'm going to show you where you can store all this stuff to where it's safe. We are back in here. Now, the reason I didn't bother going in here, all the different, you know, chests and everything in there are going to be too difficult. I think they're going to require something like, you know, lockpicking level 5 or something. Plus, we can always come back for them later. This isn't, you know, an inaccessible place. We're going to have plenty of time to loot all the rest of that stuff out. We don't need to do it right now. But what we are is we're going to lockpick. So this is the room to Sir Divish. We're just going to lockpick that open for the XP. Right? Everything in there is going to be too difficult. Trust me, I've looked, I've tried. Don't bother. If you're at level 3 lockpicking, everything in there is not going to be accessible to you. So just go ahead and walk away. Now in here, we've got a bunch of like Venetian, you know, glasses and goblets we can go ahead and take. Bunch of random shit. Now we're going to take out the Chamberlain. Right, a little bit more stealth XP. We can go ahead and take his groschen. Bread, why not? Brown hose, sure. We'll make him pantsless. Now, if you go in here, got 3 books, and I do believe this is going to be too difficult for us to do. It's a hard level pick, yeah. In normal mode, you would be able to lockpick that. In hardcore mode, I think you need to be at least level 4 to get into that chest, so hardcore mode, that's not available. Unfortunately. Unfortunately, so that is a chest that we have to skip out on. But we'll still get a lot of other good stuff. Like I said, normal mode, pick that one because yeah, there's the brocade Jupon in there for about 1,200 groschen. Super valuable. Really overpowered. Now, I'm gonna go in here. This is gonna be the final one that we lockpick our way into. Go ahead, open the door, close it behind you so those guards can't see you. We're gonna go straight upstairs. Steal the Chamberlain's hat. It's in that chest. I can't get into the chest. Not at this point, anyway. Not in hardcore mode. Alright, so make sure to loot all of the different barrels. Is that a rain mod? No, it's a regular rain. I do believe the rain is normal. He just always hungry. Okay, and then there is 2 sets of bows. This one is actually not going to be stolen, so you can actually pick that one up. That one's kind of nice. All right, now 2 hard ones. Again, be very careful. They don't take a lot to break a lockpick, but luckily we do have lasting lockpicks now, so it should be a little bit easier. So I'm willing to take a little bit more risk as far as starting position. Get some more weapons, get some more shields. That is a little bit too far for my liking. Way too far. Nope. Hey Jay, what's going on, buddy? Thanks for stopping in. How you doing? I swear I would have been caught 20 different ways. You think that, but just be patient. You know, like I said, just don't try to bully. Don't try to break the lockpicks. That's going to be the #1 thing that gets you caught. Yeah, see, I just broke one. But we're staying calm. We still got 2 others. It's okay. It is okay. Oh, are we at 25 likes? All right. Look at that. Not even an hour in? Hell yeah. Thanks, guys. Thank you for all the love. Right. Yeah, and especially doing it right now helps because all the guards are going to be in one very distinct spot, which is out waiting with Robard. So right now is the time to do this. All right, down here. This is going to be one of our one of the places that we're gonna go. So see, down at the bottom right, we have unlock or we have lockpick. That is because we got the equipment trunk key from that initial guard that we choked out. Right? Oh, too difficult? Alright, well, that's easy enough. We are just gonna go ahead and throw all this stuff in. It looks like I can't lockpick it anyway. So, all that stuff in there. All this stuff in there. And no more slow walking Henry. Me fall down ladder. It's not a big drop, so you should be okay. But I also forgot the torch. Does not matter. Does not matter, right? And on the way to Robard, we can go ahead and also speak to some of these guys. Right, build up a little bit more speech XP.
Take care now.
Not too bad.
Good health.
Henry's prison wallet seems too big.
Yeah, well.
Oh man.
Good day.
Can you have a prison wallet that's too big? Actually, no, don't answer that. Don't get me. Don't get me degenerated. Chat, you guys I make one joke. And you guys have turned me into a
Good day.
degenerate.
May the Lord watch over you.
Saying he falls down ladders. Well, I also have the brittle bones debuff. Come on. I don't want to start bleeding, because one time bleeding and this pretty much we got to reload. It does not take almost anything for Henry to break his legs while you have the brittle bones. I don't want to take the chance. Especially while I'm trying to show people that you can easily get through the intro. If I die in this little intro section, oh boy. That is not good PR.
God be with you. May the Lord watch over you.
Alright, come on, you. So essentially right now what we're doing is we're waiting for the guy to come and tell us how we can wait. Apparently, waiting was not a well-known skill here in medieval times. So we have to be told on how we can wait. Catch the rest of this later. It's 1 a.m. Hey, W, thank you so much for stopping in. I really, really appreciate it. Hope school's going well, and yeah, hopefully I'll hear from you on the Discord. Actually, that reminds me. Hang on.
I will.
That reminds me. Give me... Hang on. We're going to pause that just momentarily. That just reminds me of something. Give me one second here. Bam. Me of something. Just because I always leave it in the description, but I figure it's gonna be easier to do. Start a poll. No, I'm not trying to start a poll here. I always hate dealing with this shit. Okay, never mind. Yeah, join the Discord. It's down in the description. If you want to chat with me further after this, I try to engage with everyone down at Discord. But yeah, we're trying to grow that community out. All right, so now that we've spoken to the guy in the morning, we can wait. But if you've taken damage, if you've fallen down the stairs or anything like that, you're more than welcome. You don't actually have to wait right there. You can just run back here, go straight back on your bed, and you can sleep. Poll. Should Griff start a poll? Everyone vote on whether I should start a poll in the poll. Alright, so we don't have any damage right now, so I don't want to really take a, you know, that Nightmares debuff for no reason, but if you've taken damage at any point, you're more welcome to just sleep right there instead of wait, and that will help you out with you know, getting a little bit of your health back. Shut up, Robert. Yeah, Ernest, you're right. It is. Just right now, it's not something that we have access to. You know, the featherweight perk, but yes. It's not an issue for long, but it is an issue right now. I don't bother ever going for this. You're gonna fail no matter what. He never lets you go. We're gonna go through the rest of his dialogue. Just get a few extra little points. We're gonna drop down here. Right, try to aim for that, otherwise you will take damage. Same thing here. Try to go at an angle and land on the wood. And we're gonna speak to Guard Radam over here, right? Radam the magic guard. And we can convince him that we need to go. We can get the rest of his dialogue.
Take care now.
And now we're gonna head back to Lady Stephanie. Ace Magic laptop currently being sold for $300 till I saw the reviews around malware. Yeah, you gotta be careful. Fortunately, with laptops and stuff, you typically end up getting kind of what you pay for. Sometimes you get a good deal, but a lot of times. All right, speak to Lady Stephanie. We gotta bury her parents. Where we can get armor. We don't actually need the armor right now because we kind of have all the armor Townbrook has. And then we get a bribe, 25 groschen to pay. And then we can Do I look like a Townburg soldier? We can go ahead and do that one.
Maybe my mind
Just for extra
resonates more
speech
with
XP.
those
And now we
have
are
an evil
out of
foreboding.
Townburg. Right? That is about it. So, let's head back up to our safe chest here. Right? Shouldn't be a big deal. We can go ahead and close that door behind us too. Just so if any guards actually get in here, they won't be a problem, and take absolutely everything. Right? Absolutely everything out of there. And the reason that we are going to do that, also, we are going to equip all of the most expensive gear that you have on. And I emphasize expensive for a reason. As far as armor. Right? Because I'll kind of go into it more once we start going. But let's see. There we go. So we've got all the gear on. That is going to allow Radham to let us out of the city. Right? Time to regain Henry's prison wallet. Exactly. His prison wallet has filled right back up again. We're going to speak to guard Radham again. The reason you don't want to jump out of here, right? If you escape without the permission of the guards are going to be searching for you out there, and it's going to make this next part a lot more difficult. Whereas if you get out legally through Radham, he actually calls for the gate to be raised. The guards aren't looking for you, so you can kind of go as slow, as fast as you want, all the way through the bottom part of Townburg with no worries on you know, where the guards are, because they're not looking for you. And then we're gonna go straight over to the tavern.
Open the gate!
Bam. Away we go. Yeah, I didn't take a horse because we can't take a horse. If we are over 50% above our weight limit, so see how that little, you know, symbol at the bottom? He is holding too much gear. So currently, 74 pounds is our limit, right? If we are over what's 74 divided by 2, that's what, 37? 37 plus 74 is going to be 80, 111 pounds. Don't quote me if my math is wrong there. But let's say 111 pounds. That is our limit on how much we can have in our inventory and still be able to get on top of our horse. Because we're at 700 something pounds right now, we're not going to be able to mount the horse anyway, so it's totally fine. So you have to steal your way to getting out legally. Yeah, essentially. You can get out completely legally. And also, I don't know if there's just confusion or if people just don't know. Let me know down in the chat, because I'm genuinely curious on whether or not I should make a video about this, because I always seem to get, whenever I tell anyone, like, don't leave stuff in Skalitz, take it with you and put it into your share chest, and they're like, oh, well, you know that chest in Skalitz is, you know, you can store stuff in there. Does everyone know about the share chest in the taverns? How all of your inventory goes with you to any chest that you own? Just let me know down either yes or no in the chat, because I'm genuinely curious if people just don't know or what. But that is probably the #1 comment that I get, is leave stuff in your chest in Skalitz and you can come back for it later. I'm like, but you don't have to. You have shared chest available to you. Why would you want to leave it in the corner of a map and then have to go back for it? So just let me know, like I said, Y or N in the chat to tell me, do you know about shared chest? Here's the innkeeper. If you don't know, you're about to find out.
Can I sleep here?
Ask for a place to sleep. You only need it for one night. You pay.
Good luck.
And go. Yeah, any of your owned ones. So that's at Peshek, that's in Perkstein, they all connect, along with every single person, along with every single tavern that you own, you will get access to your shared chest. So, here we go. All the stuff that we own is already in there, and now we can put all the rest of this stuff. So I'm going to put all the weapons, since we already have Radzig's sword. And then we're going to put all the excess stuff, including the noble saddle, the plain bridles, all that stuff. We're going to hold on to all the most expensive stuff for now. And I actually realized I kind of want... no, that's fine. Okay. We can go ahead and do that. Here. Make sure we hold on to the lockpicks. We don't really need the groschen, but it doesn't weigh anything, so we're going to go ahead and take it. But the biggest thing, make sure we hold on to the lockpicks. And then all the rest of it, we are fine. Let's get headed. I'd rather remove the stone tag with the cutscene before dumping it. Okay, so that's why I said to make sure we hold on to the most expensive gear, because all that stuff is going to get washed. The rest of it, as long as we have a full set of armor that we can use right away, that's all we're really after. So, quest marker is going to be taking us out that way towards the quarry. Don't go there. Make a right and make your way up this path towards the fisherman's hut right there. You know, well, traditionally, Hiteos, I would probably walk my way all the way over there. I'm trying to make this easy and accessible for people that want to replay this game and don't want to spend, like I said, 5 or 6 hours on the intro. It can be fast, it can be easy, you can get a full set of armor out of it, some good XP, but you don't have to be hung up on it. And we are still a little bit overloaded, but that's okay. It's mainly the chainmail. And we're still going to be overloaded, but it's fine. We're not at least slow walking. So once we're up behind this building, we're going to go here and then turn directly northeast. This being hardcore mode, we only have the big and the small, dashes, but it's going to be the small dash, and we're going to come across a little hunting location here. The reason we do it now, later on, there's going to be a poacher that is guarding this location. So it makes it a little bit more difficult, but not too bad. Come on. This is also the location of treasure map, I think, 24. Don't quote me on that, but I think it's treasure map 24. And here we go. We got Joys of Gutting, Recipe for Nighthawk, and a few other goodies. And now we can go ahead and leave. And as long as we just keep on going, we're going to exit the cutscene so we don't actually have to leave by the quarrymen. We can just leave the little bubble. There's a little invisible bubble around Townburg right now where if we walk out of any part of it, like there, we'll immediately transfer over to Rovna. So over here in Rovna, still a little bit overloaded, but it's okay. We're going to make our way. Flasan, what is going on, buddy? How you doing? Good to see you. Thanks for stopping in.
The answer to my prayer.
There we go. We're just going to get this guy out of here. He's not very high level. And even if he does get a hit in on us, we've got decent enough armor that we'll be able to tank it. So get that stuff in. I don't really need any of the other stuff. Not really worth taking that movement debuff. So I'd rather just go ahead and take those couple things, but let's keep on going. Let's see. Do you ever find it? Still knows the title of books or somehow. I think that's just more for the player, honestly, because, I mean, that would be such a pain in the ass. If you're trying to figure out what the hell, something is and stuff. But, I mean, if you try to read them, it can't. And if you actually open them, it's gibberish. So, that's just more for the player. It's not odd. I'm kind of glad that they didn't go that far with it. Henry's out here cosplaying as a knight. I mean, he looks pretty good. I'm just saying. For being 1 hour into the game, just being that, that's not too shabby. That is not too bad at all. Now, where we're going here is going to be the Scallots Silver Yards. So, let's see. So, that is our objective, right? We're somewhere about here. That was the fork in the road we just took on the left. We're going to go down here, make another left, and we're aiming for this bridge right there, right? right there. And then we're going to make our way up and into the front gate. But just so anyone in normal mode, if they need the map to track where they're going, that's where we're headed. Let's rock and roll. And that guy, I mean, if you have a bow, you could probably take him out, but it's just not really worth it. He has dog shit on him, and he runs. Plus, we're overburdened. We're never going to catch him. Just let him go. It is what it is. So that is the big tower that we're aiming for. That, that little smokestack right there. That's going to be the Scalit's Silver Yard. So we're going to head down here. David, it's my first ever playthrough. Is there a way to boost stamina? I run out of stamina so hard that I lose the fight. So if you're in a battle, the Buck's Blood is going to give you 50% more stamina, so you lose less stamina. But also, in the Strength Tree perk, right here, Tight Grip, that is going to make a huge difference on the amount of times you're able to swing with a weapon and not run out of stamina. Because right now, if you ever look, as you're swinging a weapon all the way through, you're not gaining stamina until you're fully done. As soon as you get that perk Tight Grip in the Strength Tree, basically as soon as you lose that stamina, it's going to start recharging. So you're going to notice it's going to feel like you have 2 or 3 times the stamina as soon as you get that perk. But in the meantime, Buck's Blood. Let me in. There we go. All right. Here's the chest right here we're after. It's easy, or it's open already, and we're going to go ahead and take absolutely everything out of it. Now, if you're in hardcore like me, it's only going to have 5 groschen in there and next to nothing, but we still got the lucky playing die. If you're in normal mode, it's also going to have another Aachen Brigantine in there. And a Bailiff's Mace as well. So it's definitely a lot more profitable if you do it in normal mode. But in the meantime, that is perfectly okay. David, hey, no problem. If you also, there's a few different Discords as well. There's the KCD Discord and my Discord. I'm always trying to, if anyone ever has any questions or anything. So down in the description, I have a link to the Discord. Feel free to join. I try to be active on there and try to engage with the community as much as I can. So, yeah, good to see people still playing this game. There's also the sprinting perk. So, Jess, that is true, but that gives you 20% less stamina, or, you burn through it faster, unless you also have the maintenance perk that offsets that. So, I'm not going to get too in the weeds. Sounds like David's on his first playthrough. For now, one thing at a time, and as you get comfortable with with the different mechanics, I have a few tips and tricks guides on the channel. Make sure to check those out, and those will kind of, help sprinkle in a little bit more of what to do. But for now, just focus on trying to get the mechanics of it down and not running out of stamina. Actually, if you stick around, David, I'm going to show you a fast way you can level up and kind of power level. Because that's what we're going to be doing towards the end of this guide, is actually power leveling some of our skills. And, anyone that struggles to pull off combos, because you can't remember the positioning and stuff, I think that'll help everyone as well. So just one more bandit that we have to worry about. He's going to be just outside the gate right there. We see him. He just popped in, right? Just above my my little yellow dot right there. Early OPX, yeah. If you have the strength to use it, unfortunately right now we don't have anywhere near the strength for it, but yeah. As soon as you get to 15 strength, that thing is money. Oh, come on, die. Thank you. Alright, and him, I'm going to go ahead and take everything. We're just about here. Taking a little bit of extra, slowness does not matter. Get so lost. Well, fortunately, I have a lot of hours in the game. I don't get lost too much anymore. When I do, it's when I wake up in the middle of nowhere and have to find my way out. But even then, generally, I know the map layout good enough. So if you didn't rob the bailiff earlier, he's going to be here fully clothed, but we're not going to be able to take any of his stuff off him. That's why I did that earlier. But he's always going to be holding this shard. Kill the dealer who sells the horse stuff. Does anyone else sell me stuff now, or have I blocked off the store forever? Perfectly fine if you kill that dealer. So if you wait 10 in-game days, every single NPC respawns. There are other merchants. So there's a merchant in Ujits, and there's also a merchant in Neuhof. But if you're specifically after something that the Merhoyed dealer sells, if you wait 10 in-game days, easy way, just go into town, kill somebody, and go to jail for 10 days if you're trying to do it quick, and he's going to respawn, and you can continue selling stuff through that guy specifically. Yeah, poor bailiff died wearing his PJs. I mean, he's not the only one. That guy up there, that farmer, died wearing his PJs too. We stole his clothing about 6 different times. They all died in their PJs. You wiped the whole of Merhoyed out because they were mean to you? Yeah, that seems like a rational response, David. Yeah, in that case, I would just block off Merhoyed for the rest of your playthrough. Because there's not really a great way. So there's a couple of side quests you can do there to raise your rep. But somewhere like a Ratai or Sasau, you have churches there where you can pay indulgences. I think Ujits too. You can pay indulgences to raise your rep. Unfortunately, if your reputation in Merhoyed is completely trashed and you've done all their side quests, there's not going to be a very good way of ever getting your rep back there. So just pretend that city doesn't exist for the rest of your playthrough. Use any of the other places, Neuhof or Ujits, or if you have Pribyslavitz, go and speak to him.
Easy there.
Here we go. You want to do lockpicking in Ledechko? Ledechko's a good spot for it. He could go to jail. Mm-hmm. R.I.P. R.I.P. indeed. Yeah, Warhorse Jetta, that is a little bit... I mean, I've found that the horse prices, fortunately, are set. His other inventory, like his actual inventory stuff, is not that great. I would highly recommend instead, if you're going for horse stack, go to Neuhof, because Neuhof has all the best horse stack. So if you just wait for him to respawn, buy Warhorse Jetta, and then, just wipe everyone out again, you're more than welcome to. But the horse price should not go up if he hates you. I think that one's kind of set. So here we are. We have the spade now. We're here at the dovecote, right? Make sure you're not standing directly on top of these footprints. See how those footprints right here? You're going to dig yourself into the hole, and then you're going to have to put all of your stuff in there and all this different stuff. Just stand off to the side. That way you don't dig yourself a hole. In here is going to be 50 groschen and Baron's Cup, which we can either use for the side quest later or something like that. Calling Merhoyed a city is like calling... Yeah, well, okay. Town, village, fucking pissant. I don't know what you want me to say. Hiteus. Little blot on the landscape that gets wiped out. Kind of like Skalitz. Whatever floats your boat. So we got the goblet, we got the groschen. It is time to go back to Henry's house, and I'll show you 2 final things that we need to do. 3 final things that we need to do before going into this that are going to be super, super important. And then we're essentially completely done with the tutorial. Now we're actually going to go into the open world. Few extra things for us to do, and then just at about the 2-hour mark, We're going to stop, evaluate, and reassess, and we'll see how we did. Plague City. Neuhof is the only stop you need. Yeah. Some even for free. Exactly. Neuhof is the spot to go for horse tack. And I mean, if you don't want Warhorse Jenda, I mean, Al-Barak is pretty damn good as well. You know, he's not quite as good if you're trying to min-max and, you know, you want that one extra point of courage and one less point of speed and all that. But I mean, Al-Barak is plenty good enough. I've had many playthroughs. Hell, for my speed run, at Al-Barak all throughout. Just because we never naturally found our way over to Merhoya to buy the other one. But I promise you, he's got everything you could need. SpeedX, what's going on, buddy? How are you doing? Good to see you. Plague Doctor Simulator. Yeah, long time no see. It has been a minute. It's been a minute. Kurva! Hey, no swearing in chat, okay, SpeedX? Even if it's in a different language and hilarious, okay? No swearing. I'm just kidding. You can swear all you want. Didn't even help them with the plague. I picked the lock bar and stole the letter, and that worked for me. Yeah, so there's actually an even... Yeah, you don't even need the lock picket. That's how I did it on my speed run. I choked out the lady with the key and did it. So you've double damned yourself in Merhoya. Yep, just helped wipe out their entire population. You feel good about yourself, David? You condemned a whole city to die. Pardon me. Dot on the landscape. Plague Doctor Simulator. All right, so we're back in Henry's house. 3 final things for us to do, okay? We're going to go into the house, make a right, and we're going to lockpick this chest again. There's not going to be anything in there. Not going to be anything in there, but it's going to give us that little bit of extra XP in lockpicking. Bam. We got that. Like I said, nothing in there, but XP. Second thing, because I've forgotten to do this so many times and it's screwed me over. Make sure, take absolutely everything off. This next fight is unwinnable. There is no point in us getting the shit kicked out of us in all of our best armor and completely ruining it as soon as we get into Ratai. Take it all off. Right? You don't need it. And then third, go ahead and take absolutely everything out of here. Right? It's going to be 318 pounds, but that's instantly going to get transported with us over to Ratai, so we don't have to come back here to get it. It's going to be waiting for us in the chest at Peshex and any other subsequent chests that we own. So now that we have everything, got all of our armor off, now as soon as we dig this, we're going to go into the runt fight. And we're going to wake up in Ratai. Nightly Gaming, can't wait till we start seeing you bet Kingdom Come. Yes! Oh, I can't wait to do that too. I can't wait till I get a hold of that game, and then we can start doing some, you know, some challenge runs, and I think it's going to lend itself to quite a few. So like I said, this runt battle is unwinnable, but I don't know. Get an extra hit off on his buddy or something. A little bit of extra XP. And away we go. Opinion on KCD 2, overhyped or not? I think it's underhyped. Personally, I think that game is going to be absolutely massive. Compared to the first, it's going to be absolutely massive. Alright, so here, we're going to go ahead and take out these cumans. If you get a hit on them, they instantly die, and somehow here, in your dream, you actually get real-world XP. So it's worth taking these guys out. See, because we just got a strength, we got a warfare. She's out of here. That's fine. We got the extra couple things that we needed, and no one got hurt because it's all in your dream. So perfectly fine, perfectly legal. Let's go ahead out of this cutscene.
Do you need some help?
Still going slow. Made by the god, yeah. Yeah, that is true. That card is pretty overpowered. You can definitely cart your way around some of those enemies. $78 for the gold edition of Poland. So SpeedX, I just posted in my Discord. I just bought the CE edition, the collector's edition. It was not cheap. We'll say kindly, it was not cheap.
Good morning.
Especially for a game. But, you know, I've never bought a collector's edition, and I figure if there's one game that I owe it to, it's probably going to be Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. So, what I do, don't bother taking all your best stuff. In fact, I usually just take the exact same stuff that we had over in Skalitz with me. As far as the clothing. Right, because we're about to get into a few different fights. You know, we're about to do the training. So there's, again, no sense in really destroying all that stuff before we actually get the chance to fight. And I'm also going to go ahead and fill up on my nourishment. That way that's not a worry. There we go. SpeedX $200. Yeah, it is. It's $200, and then on top of that, if you also count the shipping, the handling, the tax, it's closer to about $250. But worth it. Worth it for me. I'm not saying that it's worth it for everybody, but it's definitely worth it for me. How do you learn it? By experiencing dreams. Hiteos, look, it was already told to you in Harry Potter, right? Just because it happens in your head doesn't mean it's not real. So that's how you learn in dreams, right? It's all magic. God. Talking to someone who's never been to fucking Hogwarts here. What a nerd. Want to buy the CE, but I'll get the gold. Yeah, no, that's fair enough. Honestly, like I said, this was because I was like, if there's one game that I kind of owe it to, it's going to be that one, so I splurged a little, and I got myself the collector's edition. Income is too low for things like this. Unfortunately, me too. I've always bought with my heart rather than my head, and that's why my bank account is always low as well. Here we go. On to the castle. We're going to speak to our friends. Extra little dialogue if you want. I was attacked in Skalitz by bandits. Then I'm going to see Sir Radzig. And we head all the way upstairs. All right, we're not doing too bad. Hour and a half. And like I said, we'll do like a final head count at the end to kind of show you guys, you know, what we were able to accomplish out of this. But here we go. Now here we're going to need to be quick, because right now it's about 2:30 in the afternoon, 14:30. We're going to run all the way up to Captain Bernard's training arena, and we're going to need to try and get this done fast so we can get the training that we need all done in the same day. Took out a loan for KCD too, yeah. Yeah, I put a third mortgage on the house just to afford it. You're gonna see me like starting OnlyFans and oh wow, she's moonwalking. Look at this. It's incredible stuff. How long will it take her to go up? Can I help her? Here, that's just painful to watch. Here, go up the fucking stairs. There you go. You're welcome, lady. She just really needed to sweep right there, and I just gave her a help. See? I'm a knight. I'm a hero. Limited Spidey console didn't come with the deluxe edition. Oh, what? Those bastards, they didn't give you a deluxe edition? Yeah, it's definitely one of those things where,
Bernard's not
you
here.
know, it's
Stop by
expensive,
during
but
the day.
you know, for a one-time kind of spoiling purchase, I was able to justify it. I still haven't told my fiance how much it was. So none of y'all tell her.
Good day to you.
Otherwise, I might have to return it. So we can go through here. We can also do all of his other dialogue.
What?
Just real quick, again, builds up a little bit of speech. That's going to be the one that you're going to need to grind at the hardest. Now, if you're in hardcore mode like we are right now, I strongly, strongly recommend you say, good idea, let's start with the basics, and I'll show you why. Because it's going to be the exact same thing that we did back at the very, very start, which is during the chain strikes, we're going to go and do the single strikes once again. No, she's not watching this, thank God. I don't let her watch my work.
Right, good.
I
Now,
talk a
try
lot of
attack.
shit about her.
You've got to put your back
Kidding, I
into a
don't.
good slash. No use waving the sword around like you're swatting flies. Go into the attack with your whole body. Try slashing from various
Come on.
sides to get used to it.
Does take a minute, but there we go.
Nice.
Slashes first.
Not bad. All right. Nice. Nice. That pointy tip isn't for decoration. Try stabbing me with it a few times. Ah, that's it. Good. Well done. That will do. Slashing, stabbing, and movement are the foundations that you build everything else on. Now, let's try something more complicated. One strike.
Okay, so once again, right here with the chain strikes. So I'm actually going to look at that timer up in the top right and watch. I bet you it's exactly 3 minutes as soon as he starts it.
Strike.
So we're at an hour 30:52. So at 33:52, he's going to end it. So you have 3 minutes to do single strikes only. Right? And once again, it builds up minorly. It builds up our strength, agility. Oh, shit. See, I went too quick. You got to make sure you don't do them too close together. Give it about a 1 second wait, and then go. And this will all make sense. I know right now it looks like it's pointless. This will all make sense in just a minute.
Sudden visitation by the Holy Spirit?
Yeah, he's going to talk shit to you the whole time. That is perfectly okay. We are not worried about what Bernard thinks of us.
I don't have all day, boy.
Yeah, well, neither do I. I only have about another 28 minutes, so you just stand there and let me do what I need to do.
Let's go. What is it? Sudden visitation by the Holy Spirit? What is it? Sudden visitation by the Holy Spirit?
There it is. Okay, so we actually got that sword perk. We don't need to keep doing this. Now we can go ahead. As soon as we get sword perk, as soon as we get a sword perk, that is all the grinding that we need to do. So that actually worked out kind of well. It would have ended at about 33:53. All you need is sword level 3. And I will show you why. So now the rest of this, just go through as you normally would. There's nothing new, nothing different here. Okay? So at this point, this turns into the speed run.
Very well then.
Get through it as
See what
quick
you're
as you
made
can.
of, lad. Come at me and don't hold back.
Yeah. He's just gonna be a dick. Stop it. Stop bullying me. There we go. Just get a couple of extra stabs on him. So if you're just backing up, block the first one, keep backing up, and he'll usually try to follow up and miss, and that gives you the chance to actually land a stab on him. Right, block the first, back up, stab. Block the first, back up, stab. And you'll get it every time. Block the first, back up, stab. See? Every time it works. Sometimes he'll lock you in, sometimes he'll kind of, you know, be a little bit of a dick about it, but generally, As long as you don't get backed up into the corner like he was trying to do me right there. That will work. Block the first. Bam. Right? And there it is.
Fine, enough. You're not a complete dead loss. It'll be hard work to turn you into a master, but you have the basics. Let's try something more advanced. When in combat, keep an eye on the space
A
between
poke to
you
the
and
teeth.
your opponent.
I think we
That
just
is
kept
your
hitting his
space.
elbow.
Try to attack from the side the
I believe they
opponent
call that a
find harder to
weenus.
block in time. If I'm holding the sword raised up, do an uppercut. If my sword is low, lunge. Let's try it. You strike a few times at the
Now
side where I'm
through
not holding
here
my
we
sword.
can go ahead.
Very
Just stab
good.
him.
Not bad. Good.
Stab him as many
Very
times as you
good.
can.
Well done.
Let out your anger.
Right. Lesson 2. Everything you've learned about blocking is wrong. When I cover, I can
Oh, that is so
simply
cool,
fend off
Nightly.
your blows with my
That
sword
is-
and gain control of the space
That is
between
something
us.
that I want to
It's
own
better
at
not
some
to control
point, as
just
far
the
as like
space, but
a
actually your opponent's weapon. Attack, and I'll show you.
yeah. I want a full suit of armor. And there's a medieval fest that I always go to every year in
All right, that will
in Texas,
Now you.
or I have for the
Trick
last
is
like
to
3
stay in your
years.
stand.
And
As soon as I
there's
start
quite a
to
few people
attack,
that I
you
see
block.
dressed as like
The move
humans,
knocks the
and I
blade
get
aside.
excited every time because everyone else is just walking around has no idea. I'm like, oh shit,
Good.
so cool. But yeah, eventually I will have my own full suit of armor
Very
as well.
good. Well done.
Yeah, insult Griff has the basics, that bastard. You damn right I do.
All right.
Some nunchucks? That'll be interesting. In the medieval
Right,
setting.
I will try it a little faster. Concentrate and block just at the moment I start attacking. I'll strike you from above each time so you can see it well.
So this is the only part, for me anyway, in my game, that it's going to go slow motion like this.
All right.
You know, I do have the No Mo Slow Mo mod active, which I highly recommend.
good.
Anyone that plays on PC, definitely get that mod. It is life-changing as far as what it does for the combat, and it speeds them up, and I don't know, it just makes it so
Very
much more
good.
engaging for me. You'll see right here, as soon as we do this last one, what the combat looks like with that
Very
No Mo
good.
Slow Mo mod.
Good, good.
Now that it's at
Now
full
let's try it
speed.
Full speed.
And
Probably
it
won't
just
succeed,
makes
but
all
that's
the difference in the
normal to
world
start.
without having that little
Train.
slowdown.
Let's go.
Right? So we're here. Bam. Right? And you can counter just as quickly. And well, once we get into some of the encounters, you'll see. See, no slow animation. Just helps you with your timing because all the strikes come at you at the same rate. There's not a difference in, you know, sometimes they slow down, sometimes they don't.
Wait a while, Henry.
So, once again, I will leave that link down below at the end of this. So,
Greetings, Sir
if you
Hans.
want that one,
Brings you here.
I was
You
on
can
my
check
way
that one
when
out.
I noticed that you're entertaining Sir Radzig's
I'm a
esteemed
ninja, not a
guest.
knight.
Not the same as holding a hammer, is it, Blacksmith?
medieval
Sir
ninja.
Radzig's orders.
I know. I'm actually here to train at the archery range. My hand's grown heavy lately. You don't mind, do you, Bernard?
Not at all, my lord.
Good day to you, blacksmith boy. Try not to hurt yourself.
Last little bit of this
Where did we
training.
finish? Yeah, leading the opponent where you want him. There's one more way to evade a strike. You simply step aside, attack, and I'll show you.
So just these dodges left, and then we have that stupid feints one,
All right, try
and
it.
then we are all
It's
done.
important not to move too soon. I'll see where you're going and hit you. That the same will happen if you move too late. I'll attack slowly now. As you see me, raise the weapon, jump aside. It'll throw the opponent off a bit, and there's your chance. Nice. Well done. That. Fine. Now try it a little quicker. Try and get used to the rhythm. Never take your eyes
I don't know
off
why
your
he does
opponent.
this twice.
You'll
The
see a
the
strike
rhythm
before
doesn't
you get
really
properly
change
started.
between the first and the second one.
All right. All right. Good.
Oh, you bastard. He didn't even let me dodge that
And
one.
the last thing for today,
What a
a
dick.
trick. You raise the sword to force your opponent to block, but then change the direction of the attack at the last moment.
Medieval ninja called an assassin.
Hit him. Try it. Draw back the weapon, then change the attack
Yeah,
zone
see, this one's a little funky. I sometimes I get it, sometimes I don't, but you got to wait for him to block, then you change where you attack from. As long as he puts his weapon up like that, change the attack zone, then let go of the stick.
All right.
See, right here, he's going to tell me I did it wrong because he didn't, for whatever reason, I have the weapon drawn, he didn't put it up.
What are you waiting for?
Yeah, I know. Yep, and he did it again. See? It's a bit funky. So wait, draw it back. As soon as he goes, then you can change.
Very good.
Yep, he's going to do it again. Dickhead. Oh, and he hit me. What an asshole. See, this is why I told you. Bernard is a dick. I don't care what you people say. Bernard is just an asshole.
That wasn't too bad.
That's why he was on my list
Maybe
of
we'll
most
make a
hated
soldier of you
NPCs.
after
Yes,
all.
he trains you,
Don't
but
get
he
cocky.
doesn't have to be such
You
a
have to train hard and
jerk about it.
persistently. You might have talent, but talent alone won't do. Practice.
Whenever you've got nothing better to do and you're in the mood for it, you can come
It
and train
is.
here with me.
It is a
Teach
little
you
bit funky.
something more
Now,
when you're up to it.
as soon as we're out of here, because we can't open our inventory right here, the second you leave here, before you forget, go to your player, go to combat, go to sword, and we need to get Zorn or Wrath Strike. Even if you don't plan on using longsword through your playthrough, trust me, get the Zorn or Wrath Strike right now, and then from there you can pick any of the others. But at a bare minimum, at least get this one in the longsword tree, and I'll show you why in a minute. Right? It's just, that is the most important one to get right now if you want to power level and get good at any of the other skills. At any of the others. So now we can go ahead and go to the bow. I'll kind of give you some tips on how you can pass the bows easily. I'm fairly good at it. Outside Jess, I know you're going to have something to say about my Robin Hood run. I think I did fairly well on that, okay? We got all the bandit camps cleared, so don't you dare bring up my Robin Hood days. I'm very proud of that run.
Now concentrate. A bow ain't exactly
All right, so the very light bow that we get here is very funky, right? It drops so hard. But with something like this, as long as you can get Henry's knuckle lined up with about the bottom of the target, you'll generally hit it every time. So kind of look at it as you naturally come to it. As soon as Henry's knuckle is lined up with the bottom kind of plank right there, just let go. See, that one was a little bit off, but it is perfectly okay. Bam, and we're going to hit it. Right, luckily Hans isn't very good either, so we should generally...
What you have there is a training bow.
We should generally just be able to,
Once you've trained a bit, you can get yourself a better one, and then those arrows will fly so fast you
wasn't
won't see them.
there a trick that you gave you van braces? Yes, I used that one in my speed run. But unfortunately, it does not work if you have the fast animation to pick up the herbs.
That's it then.
It's only if you can go through the animation of picking up herbs, which right now I don't have. But there's a video on how to make 2K groschen easy in KCD if you want to see it, or just watch any of my speed runs and you'll see how it's done. But right now, not really necessary. That takes a minute, and right now, what our focus is, I feel like we have enough groschen. Honestly, we've taken enough stuff from the beginning. Right now, our focus is going to be on getting our skills to about mid-game level before we progress too far. Alright, so we got about 15. We'll easily beat him. See, Hans Capon is sitting at 1, so just... get more than that, hit the target a couple times, and if you finish first, you get an extra 3 points. Generally, you're always going to win this. I don't think I've ever seen him get above 10 points, and he's gone as low as like 2. So, it's kind of luck of the draw on what he gets, but he's generally pretty beatable.
Well,
And now, the first part of why we picked that Zornort the Wrath Strike, because Hans is extremely bad at blocking combos, right? So if we generally can get the first couple of hits off this combo, look, we're gonna get him almost everything.
Yeah, but.
Right? Bam. And now we're gonna go with the combo again. Oh, well, it didn't register. See? And combo again. That's 2.
Fucking hell.
Yeah. Generally, if you have it, see, he is absolute shit at protecting against that thing. So, as soon as you have it, you can pretty much... Oh, is YouTube just spamming ads? That is... I don't know why the hell it's doing that. Sorry. That's just... It has a mind of its own, I guess. Come on. Guess it's... I don't know if it's because it's a Saturday or what the deal is, but... See, bam. And once again, another one, and we can probably get away with a stab to the face here. Oh, well, no, he wasn't in the corner anymore. Soon as he attacks again, I'm gonna go for another combo, and that should just about do it. Yep. So see, he's completely awful at blocking against that thing. So that's why you like to get it before the Hans fight, but now we've got his hunting bow. We're gonna make sure you talk to Bernard. Make sure you talk to Bernard. There's been plenty of times I've run all the way down there and realized that I didn't speak to Bernard. So once we talk to Bernard, we're going to run down here to the bailiff. YouTube has been spamming. Oh, those bastards. I think I have it set to skippable ads, so it should be 5-second ads. I don't know why it's given 40-second unskippable ads. Oh yeah, premium. That's what I have Toothless on. Not something I worry about. So yeah, I'm sorry if YouTube is being a butthole today, guys. I literally just have my controller in my hand. I can't do anything. At the most inopportune times, those fuckers. How could they? Yes, we're going to get the Master Strike early. So that is reason number 2 for getting your sword to level 3. Because the bare minimum for any of the skills, we need to have a combat level of at least 3. So that's why I've made such a big deal about, no matter in normal mode or hardcore mode, get your sword to level 3. Because that's exactly what we're about to do. Now, before we can train with Bernard... Speak to Bernard. Now we're going to speak to the bailiff. Right? So we're going to come all the way down here. Speak to the bailiff.
Good day.
Join the bailiff's service. You can rely on me. You can pick whatever dialogue you want here.
Good luck to you.
Exit out, and we are going to beeline straight back to Bernard, but we're going to make a stop really quick. It's not very good gear, but it's free, so why not take it? You know, it's not going to give you a whole lot, but it just gives you something else you can add. So see, we've got pick up your kit and join Nightingale on patrol. We are not going to join Nightingale on patrol just yet. If we do that, it's going to take us directly till nighttime, and then it's pretty much going to prompt us to go on the quest with Hans' cape on right away. Right, as soon as we do that. So we're going to hold off on doing that. Instead, we're going to go to this far gate right here. Oh, I'm still in scale. Let's hang on. For anyone that is a visual learner. So we're going to follow this all the way up, pick up our kit, and then go right back to Bernard at the training arena. Premium should give you ad-free everything. Because I have premium, I never have YouTube ads. I'm trying to think, but yeah, no. Even on longer ones. And speak to the garden here. We get the kit. It's complete dog shit. Lightly padded armor, but you know what? It's free armor that we can sell. Perfectly acceptable. GameStop is still a thing, apparently. I haven't been to a GameStop in a hot minute, but I do think that they still have a couple stores around. Okay, so Bernard is now going to settle into his routine of being able to train with you. Now, if you wait until after this point, right? So you go on patrol with Nightingale, you accept a hunt with Hans. He will not be here until after you complete everything in Neuhof. So that's the Ginger and a Pickle quest line, the Prey quest line, all that. So that's why I suggest do this right now while he's here. Otherwise, you're going to be stuck doing this until, much later on. So training, first thing, Master Strikes, right? And this is only available if you have a level 3 and something. Ours is in sword, so we're going to go ahead and learn it with a sword. Reason number 2 of learning that combo. He forgets everything he knows about fighting if you can do a combination on him. So watch. I'm probably going to be able to spam out 3 of these, and he's probably not going to block any of them. So, well, if I could do the combo for... I'm fat fingering it right now. Oh, jeez. Come on, Bernard. Okay. So that's 1. Right? Almost right away. Instead of blocking or countering or anything, that's 2. It's like he doesn't even try. And then usually after the 3rd one, he's just going to tell you, okay, I'll teach you.
Enough.
Yeah. So, I mean, it's just, it makes that training much faster.
All right.
So now we already know the Master Stroke, or the Master Strike, whatever you want to call it.
I'll teach you the most important thing. It's good to be able to attack. It's good to be able to fend off your opponent's blows.
Is the mute feature built into your mic? Yeah, it's just a tap on the top. So I have this one, tap the top, and that's what mutes it.
Attack me, and I'll show you how it's done.
I try to do it whenever I cough.
See? I parry and strike
like there.
One move. There's no defense against this technique if it's executed well. The thing is to time it right. Block right into your opponent's strike and match your movement to his. One elegant technique and the fight is won. Try it. I'll attack slowly. You parry.
So 3 times we do this.
Ah, that's it. Good.
Bam.
Ah, that's it.
And we just got a sword level. Now, number 1 reason, right? That was number 2. Number 1 reason for getting sword to Zorn Ort and getting that longsword combo is what we're about to do now, which is power level, strength, agility, warfare, and our sword. We're going to talk to Bernard. We're going to go training, and we're going to ask to learn combos. There's going to be about a minute intro to this where he tells us all about it. Right? And I strongly recommend you go into your settings, pause right here, go into your sound settings, and take all the voice off. Right? Because you're going to see with the subtitles, he is going to drive you up the fucking wall if you do this. Right? He's going to tell you every single time you do it wrong, and we're going to do it wrong a whole bunch of times. You'll see what I mean. Right, so does this whole intro on what combos can do for you. He's going to demonstrate it 2 times. This is why I said don't take your good stuff, because this is unblockable. Even with me holding block, right? So I'm holding it down. You're not going to block it. It's kind of like a cutscene, so he's always going to land the hits off on you. But as soon as he's done talking, he's going to show us the combo he's trying to teach us. We are not going to do that combo because in this training, he never blocks, he never counters, he doesn't do anything but stands there. So we are going to just continuously do the combo that we learned earlier, the Zorn Ort, right? So he's trying to tell us to go up, up, right, and down. We are going to do the one that we know. Zorn Ort here, here, and there. And you guys are going to see how fast our skills go up, because every single time we do this combo, we get a bunch of extra stuff, right? And as you see, every time we do it wrong, he has something to say. But that's 3. Oh, shit. I don't know why it's been doing that lately. That's 4. That's 5. See how he never counters? So if you guys are struggling to learn combos in live battle because you're never able to pull them off, go into this training and any combos that you know with a longsword specifically. It can't be with, you know, maces or short swords. That's why I said you need at least one longsword combination. And just continuously do it. Now, after about a minute and a half, he's going to exit you out. We're just going to come back in. And we're just going to do the same exact thing. But we've got about 6 minutes to get this done. Let's see how far we can go from what we started. There's a strength perk. And there is a warfare perk. There it is. Now, go straight back into his go straight back in. Learn combos again. Right? Sit through this minute intro. Perfectly fine. And then we're going to do that exact same thing. Because, you know, you could go through Scallots and punch a bunch of cows or, you know, punch the civilians and stuff. But after I'm done doing this, I'm going to show you a video footage that I grabbed, right? So I'll actually show you of me in dev mode with the displays of all the skills that you get up. In fact, I might just be able to... What is that? Is it UH? No. UI WH. No, I don't remember it. I'm just gonna fuck this up. Okay, I'll show you the video footage that I got because I was actually analyzing how fast your skills go up, and that'll go up in the heavily edited video. But I'll show you guys. It's pretty fucking crazy how fast or how much XP this gives you. And also keep in mind, this is in hardcore mode with the debuff that only gives you 60% of your XP. So it's going to go even faster if you're there. We got another sword perk already. And look how much faster we're now also doing this combo. See how it's going a little bit smoother? And that's because we're not just leveling one thing at a time. We're leveling strength, agility, and sword, which is making this go much quicker. Right? Bam, bam. So just spam the sword training. Yes, in a way, the combos training. But like I said, I'll show you why specifically this one. Because you get like an extra 20 XP in sword every successful combo that you perform. As opposed to just hitting single strikes against like animals and stuff. So he's going to take us out. Again, we got another sword perk. And look, we're already halfway to level 6. I'm going to take the Scar Maker because that's another longsword combination. So we're going to go ahead and take that one. And we're going to go right back into the thing. Flasson, the old ball and chain. Hey, Flasson, thank you so much for stopping in. I really appreciate it. Go take care of the wife. That one's first. And yeah, I'll make the announcement here in a little bit. So if you're able to come back, that'll be great. If not, well, I'll talk to you later, buddy. Jan Vabra, who is Griff voting? Griff voting? Is there a Griff voting? Griff voting channel out there that I don't know about? Hey, at least I'll be making videos on KCD 2 nice and early, so I'll be trying to break that game about as quickly as I can. Or at least analyzing it, right? So you can. No, who are you voting in the election? Rather keep politics out of it. I hope you understand, Tharva. I hope you understand, but I do have someone I'm voting for. YouTube is a weird place when it comes to politics and stuff like that, so I'd rather not say. Tupon, what is going on? How are you doing today? There's an agility perk, right? And look how fast these combos are coming off now, right? Bam. We got a minute and a half to do this. Bam. Now, the 2 hours is almost up, so let me show you how you should end, okay? So, essentially, you could go to infinity with this, right? However, every time you fail this training, which is by doing, you know, any other combos, so something like this, right, and he kicks you out, you're never going to learn that combo up in the top right. So, we're actually going to complete this one correctly this time, because that's going to give us that extra combo, right? Bam, bam, bam. And then as he's giving his little outro, we can sneak in a couple of extra shots. And there it is, right? So, currently, I mean, it's not crazy, but I mean, strength is about to be level 6, vitality is about to be, you know, it's level 3, about to be level 4. And we've already got sword level 5, warfare level 4, and officially, that is 2 hours. That is 2 hours right there, and now let's actually go back and do a little head count, right? So that is everything we did up to this point. Let's go back and do a head count. Do I have? Yes, I have groschen on me. So again, we'll use our little our shared chest right here. We'll rent the room here in the tavern. That'll give us access to everything we left down in Peshek's. Oh, I forgot to turn the volume back up. Yeah, Bernard just gets so annoying if you have the volume up. Let's go ahead and get that back up so we can actually hear what some of these people are saying to us. Yeah, that's huge. Make sure to turn that right down. And into our chest, let's grab everything out of there. And let's do a head count. So check this out, right? In under 2 hours, this is the setup that we have. Right? I mean, essentially, we really can't use those, but if we want to, I guess we really could. And then on top of that, we also have... Yeah. Essentially, every single slot. Atharva, I've told you, I'd rather just keep it to Griff if you don't mind. How many playthroughs have I done in total? Oh boy, probably, at this point, probably close to about 50 to 60. If I had to put a rough number on it, probably be something like that. But then again, like 12 of those were the speed run, so I guess I don't know if you would count those as full playthroughs, but yeah. So if we look, right, every single armor slot is filled. Watch. Let me even take this off momentarily if my stream deck would work. Right? So every single armor slot is filled. Right, except for the necklace, but we get the necklace if we're in normal mode. But here we are, right, with everything filled, and then on top of that, we also have, get the camera back on, a reliable blade, a metal plated battle axe that's worth, you know, there's 2K right there, another 300. There is a lot of gear right here, right? That we all have access to. And then on top of that, we also have a whole bunch of more armor, weapons, everything else. Got a bunch more mist gear, right? And then most importantly, I mean, you know, good starting stats. If I wanted to stay and do that a little bit more, this could easily go much higher, right? So it's just the start of this in under 2 hours, what you can do and just move on with the rest of the game it's pretty ridiculous, right? I mean, I think it's worth doing, and especially if you are on like second, third, fourth playthrough where you don't want to stick around Skalitz and pick 5,000 herbs, and you don't want to stick around and kill all the cumins and kill all the sheep and everything. It is doable to have a very, very good start in well under 2 hours and still have a good playthrough. And this is the way I recommend, anyone coming back to the game. You're probably not going to want to waste all your time. So I think this is very, very good, very viable, and well worth it. So, anyone have any questions right now while I'm in the game? Because I do have a couple of announcements. In fact, while you guys, if you have any questions, you're more than welcome to ask them. Let me pull something up, and I'll show you what this looks like doing this exact strategy in normal mode. I'll pull up the recording and you guys can see just how powerful this can be in a regular run. I think that one's it. No, it's not. Yes, that's the one. How to have segs in KCD. I'm gonna let you figure that one out by yourself. Like real segs. Oh, you're not gonna have a whole lot of it if you play KCD, unfortunately. That's the issue that I have. I'm just kidding. I guess just get them drunk like Henry typically does. I don't know. I wouldn't recommend it, but I guess you could. Maybe take him to the bathhouse or something. Oh shoot. I was just about there and I missed it. Nope, too far now. You got a fiance? Just tuned in, trying to get the OP low visibility armor set? No, so this was just meant to be like the intro section on how you can get through. So as of now, let me head back to the game. I actually have it pulled up here on what this kind of strategy would look like. So this is what we have so far. And we actually have quite a few of the pieces for that low visibility armor set. Right, but this was done in about 2 hours, right? So as you can see the timer, I stopped it right at 2. And, we've got all this stuff just from the very start of the game all the way through to the end, and we got about 500 groschen to our name, right? However, if we are not in hardcore mode with all 9 negative perks, as that playthrough is, this is what could be us. Bam. So this was done in normal mode. That exact same time. And let me actually turn the live split off. That was bam. So this was an hour 59:52. Can you guys see that up top? Right? Hour 59:52. This is a recording. And main level is up to 7, strength at level 9, agility at 6, speech at level 5. So because we didn't have all the debuffs, I did the exact same method. And this was in normal mode. And you just see, still sub 2 hours. And we got a whole bunch of extra gear because we were able to lockpick certain things. Plus, we got a necklace from that other one. So yeah, it just goes much faster. Plus, we got that quarter combat jacket. It's pretty powerful. How much you can actually get done in 2 hours in this game. It really is. But yeah, pretty cool. Now, off to some announcements. Let's see. I wanted to see more KCD. I mean, maybe we'll not gonna lie, I do have a lot of work to get done, and that is in turn part of the announcements that I have today. Let's see. Okay, that doesn't do it. We're gonna have to go to that. So, announcements time. First things first. Trying to get this pulled up here. So I've been reached out to by another creator. No, it's not merch. It's I've been reached out to by another creator who I've followed for a long time, and I don't know if I've ever said this before, but one of the people that actually inspired me, or kind of showed me that it was doable to do this thing on YouTube was a channel called Strat Gaming, now called Strat Gaming Guides. He did a series on Kingdom Come Deliverance about 2 years ago, just a little bit under 2 years ago, where he did kind of a playthrough and everything. And just the way he was able to explain stuff and the way he was able to analyze it and stuff, I was a real fan. I followed the series. And, that shortly after that is when I actually started my YouTube channel, or started posting on my YouTube channel, mainly centered around Kingdom Come Deliverance, right? So, he was a big inspiration for me, and he actually recently reached out, so I will go ahead and get that out. And we are going to be working together. So Strat Gaming Guides right there. We're going to be working together to get stuff out about Kingdom Come Deliverance, and also Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. So as you can see, we're on the Strat Gaming Guides. He's actually live streaming right now. I'm definitely gonna stop in and say what's up. He was here earlier, but as you can see, I am going to be featured on Strat Gaming Guides channel. So I'm going to also put in the featured section of mine, and we're also going to be working with Flasson19. Flasson19, we are all three partners. We are all going to be posting stuff like guides content, analytical stuff, the stuff to break down games on this same channel. So we're all going to be in it together. We're all going to have the same goal. All this is doing is it's giving the best kind of content for you guys, because I'm only one person. I can only play the game so much in one day. I can only collect so much analytics, right? So with all three of us working together, we're all going to be working together with Kingdom Come Deliverance to try and get our flow, to try and get ourselves in a flow of working together. So when Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 comes out, we can just start doing, start covering the game in a way that makes it easier for you guys to track. So anything I have as far as guides, top 10 lists, stuff like that, the guide stuff, it will be going on Strat Gaming Guides, right? It will still be fully me editing it, voiceover, everything you guys are used to with, what that you see on my channel, Griff Gaming. It is all going to be featured on Strat Gaming Guides. However, on my own channel, on this one that you're currently watching, I will still be live streaming. I will still be doing the challenge runs. I will still be doing everything else you see, chatting with you guys, all that on this channel. So don't think that I'm moving away from this one and going. This is just more of like the analytical stuff that you guys are, how much XP does this strike give you? How much this, how much that? That is going on Strat Gaming Guides. So make sure to follow it there. You guys will see me featured on there. Everything else, I will still be doing, right? Challenge running, doing the goofy shit that I'm always used to doing. Now, number 2, and I think you guys are going to be really excited about this one. This is very, very early infancy, but this has been my little pet project, along with Strat, along with Flasson. We're all in this together, but my God, when Strat pitched this to me, I was over the fucking moon excited, and I've been working on it nonstop. So I hope you guys are as excited about it as I am. But it's still early. It's still early. I don't know when it's going to be available. So don't shoot the messenger here. But this has been something that I have been so excited about. and I've been working on it as much as I possibly can. So this is a collaborative effort between all of us, and this is the kind of stuff, this is why it makes me excited, that we're able to do with 3 creators all working together, because then we can gather triple the information. So there is like a Kingdom Come Deliverance wiki. There is, you know, all this other stuff. We are personally putting together not only a list for all the guides, this is all the stuff that we plan to do, right, with links to the YouTube videos that go, but achievements. Every single achievement, what its type is, what, you know, how you get it, with us personally, people that actually play the game, not just the stupid, you know, Steam description which just gives you, but an actual way of tracking. Let me turn off my camera. It's going to be easier, right? You click on Ranger, which is walk more than 50K. Go on foot more than 50K. Doesn't have to be spent walking. Can be a combination of walking and running, with screenshots, with everything. Right? To help you with achievements, right? Now, we go over here to quests. Every single quest in the game, right? What the prereq is to prompt that quest, who the quest giver is, where that quest starts, what it's attached to, whether it's a mainline quest, whether it's a DLC, whether it's a side quest, the whole 9 yards, along with, eventually, this is where it's coming, we're going to have listed descriptions on how you can get through all of them, right? Horses, where you can get them, what tier they are, but it's all on one page. It's all on one page, along with speed. So something like Wikipedia or the fandom wiki, right? You have all this different stuff that you have to go to try and do this, and it's all going to be consolidated. Potions, right? I actually did this one the other day. This took a lot, but look at right here, right? Herbs and ingredients needed has all the list of everything before you even go into the menu. What does it do? It's a skill buff, +5 horsemanship, horses won't bark. You open it, add spirits, add the wormwood, add comfrey, add bella, distill. Bam, close it up. Okay, now I want some, what are some healing potions that I can do? You come over here, you type in healing. There's all the healing potions. Chamomile brew, Lazarus, marigold decoction. How much it heals, whether it has alcohol, what the ingredients are, and every single recipe. Yeah. So I'm so excited. So this is going to be called, it's a Notion page. So Notion. It is free, so you will need an account. But eventually, when we're all done, we'll open it up. You guys will be able to copy into your own Notion. You can make changes of it from there. We're going to have the master sheet. But yeah, if you go on Notion, Notion, get your free account. I'm trying to get it done as soon as I can. It's a lot of work. It is a lot of data and input, and we're doing this manually. So like this stuff, I was putting in one at a time. I'm not copy pasting. I'm not doing any of that. It's literally, I'm in the game copying it verbatim. So it's a lot of work. But I'm so excited. So excited to finally release this, right? All the screenshots of what these herbs look like. And then on top of that, right? You go into Belladonna, what it looks like, and then it's also used in Aesop, Bane, Bard, Lethem Water, Nighthawk, Saber Snops, and Witch's Potion. And eventually what my goal is, we are going to have also links, right? So you pick up a whole bunch of Belladonna, you don't know what it's used for. Well, you open here, it says that it can be used in the Aesop. Okay, well, what's the Aesop take? You can click here. It takes you to the Aesop page with the potions. So they're all going to be linked, right? Like I said, this is for Kingdom Come Deliverance. I don't know how practical this will be for anyone playing it now. We're using this to kind of build our team working skills together. So we plan to have something like this up for Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 and any other games that we cover analytically together on that Strat Gaming channel, right? Anything guides related that you can track, that you can do the data on, is going to be going on there with both myself, Strat, Amphloson, putting all of our time and dedication in. So it's been a fucking roller coaster, right? Of working with a bigger creator like this, just picking his mind, and being able to, you know, kind of see how he does, you know, data analytics, how he does his editing, what his mindset is. It's been so, you know, amazing to do. But yeah, hang on, let me get my camera back on. It's kind of crazy. When I started doing this, you know, putting in all the data and everything, I was so you know, honored that I was even thought of, you know, in that realm, to cover, you know, the upcoming game, and to be able to actually put that kind of time and effort into doing something like that. So, yeah, that's pretty much going to be my next couple weeks. I might live stream again. It's going to depend on my time availability. Again, I don't want to be that guy that's like, oh, I'm so busy and I've got this and that. You guys just saw the size of that Notion page. Along with that, I'm in the middle of editing a starter's guide, so it's going to be a heavily edited version. I do believe that's probably going to be the first one going on Strat Gaming Guide's channel. As of now, that's the plan. So if you're not subscribed over to Strat, make sure to subscribe over to him. I'll also do a community post to remind you guys when that video is ready to go. It's going to be me 100% from start to finish, but it's just going to be featured on his channel. Hopefully has a little bit more of an outreach to others. So, well, you have to do 3 speed running world records, Griff? I think 2 is enough. Come on now. I don't want to be. Well, then again, there is that. They did just make a new category of glitchless. Are we going for that glitchless run? That way we own 3 out of the 4. It's tempting. It's tempting because I think I could do pretty well with glitchless. Hoping that you 3. That is our goal, Tony. Thank you. I'm sorry. I was kind of rambling for a long time. Tony, thank you so much for popping into the chat. And yes, exactly. That will be our goal, is to be the go-to KCD YouTubers. And the most important thing, and this is something that I told Strat as well, you know, for me, what it's all about is I'm not going to name anyone by names, but you guys know what I'm talking about. I don't want to be the guys that get early access to a game, that play it for 2 weeks, we do our review, we do our top 10 list of swords, we get the views, and we fuck off and do something else. You guys know the channels I'm talking about that have a lot of subscribers, they get a huge pop. They do the popular things that are the headline things that everyone is going to watch, but they don't have footage past the first fucking 2 hours of that goddamn game. When they're doing their review, it's them talking 90% of the way about what the tutorial's like. Well, then I saw this guy, and he actually wanted me. It's like, you don't fucking know the game. You literally posted this for a view. We are going to analyze this game from start to finish, and especially myself, you know, I like to do multiple runs through a game, and that's why I know all the different branches and everything. Same as Strat, same as Flasson. You know, Flasson is very, very analytical. He's very data-driven, same as Strat, and, you know, it's a lot of fun. Yeah, that's that's me kind of yapping my way through. I'm a little bit out. I'm glad you guys like it. You know, I really was excited about it. That's why I wanted to make the announcement kind of towards the end. Just sub. Thank you so much. Yeah, it's gonna be a wild ride. It's gonna be a wild ride. I'm looking forward to working with the other 2. We've had a lot of talks and everything. It's gonna be yeah. It is fun. So also, yeah, Strat is also live right now. So, you know, if you guys kind of want to see what he's like as a content creator, he's actually currently doing a Mountain Blade Bannerlord playthrough. So he's really into like RPG games, real-time strategy games, same as Flasson, same as myself. I've only ever featured Kingdom Come Deliverance, but I do like RPG, you know, and those kind of analytical kind of games and stuff. So I haven't featured as much Bannerlord on the channel. I've kind of tried to stay very specific. But that's actually how I found both of them, was through Mountain Blade Bannerlord. I don't watch channels like that. Thankfully, I don't know them. I mean, they're worth checking out. Strat is an awesome guy. You know, like I said, just even as not just as a content creator, he's fantastic as a content creator. Just as a person, he's very, very wholesome, very helpful. Anything I ever have a question about, because I'm still new to this. Believe it or not, I am well under 2 years on YouTube, so I have a lot of questions. And you know, YouTube can be a lonely place. You guys see me, I'm always happy, I'm always upbeat. But, you know, it's those 10, 11-hour sessions where you're sitting there and you have a 35-hour run in front of you and you're trying to compress it down to about 30 minutes. And OBS Studios is being a butthole and DaVinci Resolve is not responding. And, you know, it's just nice to be able to have an outlet of someone else to talk to and be like, hey, man, have you ever run into this problem? And what do I do to fix it? And just having someone there for you, it's been absolutely amazing. So I couldn't be more thankful. Oh, yeah, okay, yeah. I know what you mean. I promise you they're out there. There's those 500,000 view videos in one day, and then, you know, all the rest of their shit gets, you know, 2,000-3,000 views because they just try to jump on what's most popular. Can't wait to find Strat Gaming's Bannerlord guide. So actually, Mohammed, he is currently right now, he has a grandma guide coming out for Bannerlord. So I think you're gonna enjoy that in the next few days. So make sure you check that out. I know that's his next big project. So we're all kind of trying to collaborate on splitting off different projects that we do. And yeah, that's gonna be friggin' awesome. I don't know if you guys can tell, but I'm like beaming with excitement. For now, I think that's going to do me for the day. I've proved, you know, in theory that the concept works. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed everything up to this point, going through the intro and everything. Like I said, I have a couple other things in the works that I don't want to talk about until they're a little bit more concrete. But yeah, it's one of them's going to be big, at least for me. I think you guys are going to love it too, but I'm going to wait until that's a little bit more settled before I announce anything on that. But in the meantime, I'm just going to get to work on editing, and I have a couple videos that I need to release on Strat's channel. So it's been absolutely amazing. Thank you so much to everyone that stopped, everyone that supported me up to this point, everyone that's going to continue support me as I kind of step into, you know, my next phase, I guess, as a content creator. 50 likes, let's go. I love it. Yeah, thank you guys all so much. Thank you. Can't begin to express my gratitude. And make sure, go over to the Discord. Join the Discord if you want to talk to me further. I try to be as active as I can on there. But other than that, Griff Gaming, out. Thanks, everyone.